Good morning, everyone. My name is Danielle Moses. I'm the founder of Red Sea Preparatory Academy. I hope you guys are doing well. I apologize for the delay, but there were some technical issues on my end. Hope you guys are enjoying your 2018 so far. We're 4 days in, so I hope you're being as effective and productive as you want to be to accomplish your goals. And speaking of goals, I wanted to talk to you about something. A lot of times we make a list of the things that we want to accomplish in the new year. We have our fitness goals, we have our diet and lifestyle goals, we have our career goals, our relationship goals, but there are some things that we forget to include, and a lot of times those are the things that happen unexpectedly in life. And life happens to us fast. There are things that happen that are outside of our control. They happen to us, they happen to our community, people around us. So, a lot of times when those things happen, sometimes we worry. We have anxiety, we worry, and we don't sleep. And that's one of the goals that we should have in 2018 and every year, and that's to rest well. God would like for us to rest well. And so I wanted to talk to you about that. And one of the examples I wanted to use in the Bible was King David. In Psalm 3, we are told that he is running from his son, Absalom, who is trying to overthrow him and his kingdom, and he wants to be a king. And so David and his constituencies and his family, they're running for their lives because um, their life is in danger. So imagine how stressed out David is at that time. And in fact, in the beginning of the psalm, he says, and this is New American Standard Version, he says, "O Lord, how my adversaries have increased. Many are rising up against me. Many are saying of my soul, there is no deliverance for him in God." So he's starting out crying out to the Lord, telling him his problem and how he feels and how his enemies are rising up. But then at the end of the psalm, he resolves and says, "I lay down and slept. I awoke, for the Lord sustains me." So that just lets us know, even in the midst of everything that he's going on, being removed from his home, in the midst of his crisis, the emotional stress that he's going through, the physical stress that he's going through the things that are happening in his community, he's relying on God. He was able to close his eyes and rest. And it's easier said than done, but it's possible. And we know that all things are possible through Christ who strengthens us. And even in Psalm 4, if you go to verse 8, King David says, "In peace I will both lie down and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, make me to dwell in safety." So it's possible that even in the midst of craziness, even in the midst of stress, even in the midst of anxiety, that you can close your eyes and rest. And those things can be removed from your mind and from your spirit because you know that the Lord sustains you. You know that the Lord is aware of your situation. You know that he has your back. And King David, he was going to be king, but he had to know before he laid down that God knew of his situation, even when it seemed like he wasn't going to win, even when it seems like his son might have taken over and there was no hope for him. He knew that the Lord would sustain him. He knew that the Lord was his safety. And in that, he was able to rest and close his eyes and go to sleep and be more productive the next day. And so that's what we have to do in 2018, despite the things that happen, because life will happen and circumstances will arise that are out of our control, that might break our hearts, that might stress us out. But we can lie down and sleep because we know that the Lord God sustained us. He has our back. He loves us. He created us to love us, and we can rest in that. He made us indeed to have life and have it more abundantly, so we don't have to worry about those things. They're out of our control, but the God who made the universe is in control. So I want you guys to rest in that. I want you guys to make it an objective to get sleep no matter what. Practice that. Practice saying psalms. Practice reciting scriptures and verses that talk about God's goodness and who he is, and that will help you rest. Because when you know the character of God, you can be assured in his goodness and that he's in control of your situation. So that's just something to think about on Thursday. I hope you guys are doing well. Again, I apologize for the late start, and I look forward to seeing you next Thursday.